NHL stat keepers, hang them up.
We bring in Cookie Craig. Shit's over.
Bills and Dolphins are extremely fraudulent.
I don't even need Penn State to win the college football playoffs. I just want to be there.
Welcome back to another episode of the Will Be Seein pod. Lauren is traveling right now, so unfortunately she will not be on the episode, even though I would have loved to ask her about Bijan, so we'll have to wait till Wednesday to get that one out of her.
Yep.
But Shelly and I are back from Ohio State. The Bills ruined your weekend. I mean...
Jesus, man. Well, let's start with Ohio State. I was home all alone this weekend, which was kind of nice, but, you know, it was kind of lonely sweating out these games all by myself.
I was going to say a complete scheduling botch that Trent was just at home alone.
Yeah.
But I feel
somewhere.
I feel like it's nice to have a little bit of time on your own, kind of recharge, and then come back even stronger in the week.
For sure. But how was the weekend? Ohio State, Penn State, great game. Of course, it was a 4-point game for like 2 hours, bro.
Yeah.
When I've got the 4.5.
Dude.
But what was the vibe like? Give me the backstories.
It was a fun weekend. Shout out all the kids all the guys over there that helped us and got us into like the tailgates and showed us a good time and got us into the bars. Definitely a great party school. Definitely super fun, like bar vibe. The tailgates were really, really, really cool. The game was moose. I mean, I had Ohio State minus 5.5, but I also had the over for the bit.
Yeah, because there hasn't been a single under at any games you've gone to.
No. And of course, Ohio State
You guys
goes
also
under.
had gone to one Big Ten game before.
True.
Yeah,
That'll
I've
get
just
you.
come to realize that like I don't ever need to go to a live Big Ten game again. It's not fun football.
It's not, unless you go to the school or you have some sort of skin on the game. Like, betting on a Big Ten football game and going to it just isn't going to cut it. Because it's probably going to be a really, really tight game, and going under.
They just run the ball, but it's not murder ball.
It's not.
It's not murder ball where they're like running the ball because it's working. It's like running the ball on 3rd and 28. And it's like, why are we running that ball? We can just throw that ball. Like,
Yeah.
I think the most frustrating thing for me, at least, as a pseudo Ohio State supporter in the moment, is that you have the best wide receiver in college football, probably since Devontae Smith, and you don't throw the ball. Like, Marvin Harrison literally is open every play. Like, I was watching. Dude, he's open every play.
Dude, that Ohio State quarterback.
Moose.
He's really bad.
McCord,
Yeah,
right?
McCord. He's so bad.
Dude, what the?
He's missing
McCourty might be
receivers.
like, and someone tried to make the point to me. They're like, I think he looks bad because you went from Justin Fields to C.J. Stroud to
Yeah.
now McCord. So you've kind of expected this classic gunslinger quarterback because you had Justin Fields and C.J. Stroud, and it feels like a step down with McCord, but people think that he's worse than he actually is. No, he's bad.
Dude, I was just praying that they would fucking put C.J. Stroud in a uniform, put him out there.
Yeah, because he was there on the
Yeah,
sideline,
yeah.
dude. Yeah, we saw him. But I mean, yeah, if you're a Penn State fan, like, you beat yourselves. I think Drew Aller just clearly, I think, you know, that was his first real big game away in Ohio State. I will say the environment was crazy. It was
Really?
so loud. You could tell there were so many plays where Drew was trying to change stuff at the line, and you know it's loud when you have to go lineman by lineman. Like, he's going from left, like,
Yeah.
saying it to every
Yeah.
single lineman. And I think, you know, that being his first real big taste, I think people forget he's a true freshman. That being his first real taste of a big game definitely got to him. It was so loud. Penn State had to burn multiple timeouts because they couldn't hear shit. But I think if you're a Penn State fan, like, you really beat yourselves. It wasn't really Ohio State did anything miraculous. Drew couldn't throw the ball. He was overthrowing, underthrowing. And they just got beat into submission, I think.
Yep. And if you guys watch the vlogs, you're gonna see on a vlog this week. I did have a rack on Penn State money line. It was just, you know, the combination of being in a legal state where we can finally open up FanDuel, which we talked about on last episode's pod. So I'm not gonna even get into it. But you just know how sick of a feeling it is when you don't have that for a while, and then you can finally bet on FanDuel. So I put a rack on Penn State money line. You guys make sure you watch the pod. It's gonna be, or not the pod. Make sure you watch the vlog. It's gonna be hilarious. I'm going up to Ohio State fans like, should I cash out? Like, my thumb's like hovering over the cash out button. I should have fucking cashed out.
But I'll tell you what. But I'll tell you what though. Pregame, there wasn't a single Ohio State fan that was like, "No, you should cash that out."
Yeah,
Like, they were all going into that game. There wasn't an Ohio State fan that was really, really confident.
Yeah, we
it
didn't
felt
meet
like.
one confident Ohio State fan, and I was barely getting chirped. And then the game ends, final whistle blows. I'm literally public enemy number one. Like everybody's trying to stain me. Like I got guys screaming in my face. I'm at an Eagles game and the Eagles just lost or something. You would have thought that my team won. Because Mikey's like, we should probably get out of here. It's about to get hostile. I'm like, no, it's not. I'm like, Mikey, we lost. Like, and Ohio State beats us every year. Like, they own us. Mikey's like, no, we should probably get out of here. It's about to get hostile for you. I'm like, no way. And sure enough, it starts getting like guys chirping me, guys coming down multiple sections to like scream in my face. I'm like, wow, you guys are soft. I was like, push a guy away. I was like, you're doing too much, brother. I was like, you are doing way too much right now. All right. Like I was pissed. I wasn't like upset or anything. I was just like, where was this all game? Because like there were a couple people throughout the game and I would turn around and be like, give it back to him. Like he's like, not worth it, not worth it. I'm like, all right, like that's fine. Like I'm not trying to get into a fight. But fuck you if you are the type to wait until the game ends to talk shit. If you're the guy who came on the Book It Instagram to comment underneath our Instagram picture, me and Mikey, and say these guys are fucking blah, blah, blah.
Well, first of all, the guy that came on the Instagram, I don't want to give him a lot of shine.
He was 6'10".
He's 6'8". Didn't say a word all game. Like, Chelly was talking to his girlfriend, like, being very cordial, like, talking about Penn State, talking about Ohio
nice,
State.
dude.
Like, so nice. And this guy was 6'8". By the way, played on Wright State. No wonder they don't cover fucking spreads. The guy sucks cock at basketball. He didn't even go to Ohio State, but he commented, I think it was like, these guys are fake fans. Okay, first of all, we explained to you and your girlfriend that we're on a college football tour, and every game we go to, I support the home fan base. So, no shit, we're fake fans of Ohio State. He's a real Penn State fan, but that guy is the epitome of things I hate in fan bases and in athletes. And the reason why I hated what Angel Reese did last year with Caitlin Clark is because as someone that you guys know religiously loves to just run my mouth, you do it all game. You do it all game.
Wire to wire.
The minute you see Chelly walk into that section, if you're going to make a commitment to talking shit, you do it all game. Every time you score, you look at him and you say something. Every time they score, you expect them to give it back to you. And you do it in good fun. But when you become a coward and you do it Ohio State fans, which, by the way, Chelly walked to the game unspoken to by Ohio State fans.
Yeah,
there was not a single fan that said anything.
They don't want to say shit.
And by the way, big fan of Ohio State fans, everyone that we met, super nice.
Awesome.
But the people that did this shit are the people that I fucking hate. And it's when there was 2 minutes left and Ohio State goes up by 2 scores, so there's no chance Penn State can win. Start becoming the biggest losers of all time and are like, yeah, fuck Penn State, and like yelling in his ear, being like, yeah, you should have never come here. Like, you're a fucking loser.
Like an actual loser.
Like, you're a loser if you do that, because you're one, you weren't confident enough to talk shit, and two, it's like the easiest way out to be like, oh, now I can talk shit because you can't say anything. Like, that is the biggest fucking. And I literally turned around and I was like, yo, if you're not going to do it all game, don't start now. And I'm in Ohio State gear. And they were like, oh, I have as many passing touchdowns as Drew Aller. And I was like, yeah, and Ohio State is still winning, so who gives a fuck?
And then Drew, next play, threw a touchdown.
Yeah, which was crazy.
And I just started clapping. And I was like, dude, why am I clapping?
Wow.
We lost.
Sounds like you got personal.
Yeah, but yeah, so, well, I was just defending.
Touching me and shit. And I was like, get the fuck, like, you're doing too much, bro. Yeah. Like, you're doing way too much.
I was just defending Chelly because I was like, if I'm in Ohio State gear, like, and I'm yelling at them, like, they're not going to say shit to me. What the fuck are they going to say shit to me? And then, of course, that 6'8" fucking bozo, as we're walking down, Chelly doesn't hear him. He's like, yeah, see you later. And I turned around and I was like, would you relax? Fucking 6'8", you're not doing shit all game.
So
and you're going to
nice
open your mouth,
I was like asking him questions. I'm like, so, like, do you have to sit in the emergency row on airplanes?
Oh, yeah, that guy was actually the biggest loser. He played basketball at Wright
nice,
State. Fucking talking about fake fans, dude. What connection does he have to Ohio State?
Where does Ohio State rank in terms of your favorite, like, game day experience?
Dude, honestly, it was up there. Like, it was definitely up there. I think
really
Ole Miss is clear number one. Probably Ole Miss, then Alabama. I'd probably put LSU and Ohio State as a tie in third. Okay. I think they both brought something unique. And then, you know, Notre Dame, just because there's no alcohol in the stadium, it was hard to find a tailgate, probably put Notre Dame. But, I mean, everything before that happened, and it was only, like, for Ohio State fans. So I'm not putting this on, like, the entire of Ohio State fans, because everyone we met was super fucking nice. But just the people at the end, like, you're fucking losers.
The like losers. But it's cool.
Wish I would have gone.
I know.
A good time.
Should have been there.
Oh, you would have loved it. Should have been there, bro.
Should have been.
But yeah, I mean, Chelly was in Moose at the end, so I did feel bad. So we didn't end up going out.
Well, I just didn't want to go out in my Penn State gear, and then we get back and Mikey's asleep in 5 minutes.
Well, because he was like, "I'm gonna go to bed," and I was like, "What?"
Oh yeah,
And he was like, "I'm gonna go to bed and order food," and I was like, "Okay, we'll just hang him up." So then I went to bed.
Wow.
yeah, that was
Wow.
So we have yet to go out at a stop where the team wins, which is insane.
It's hard to rally and go out after a long, especially waking up at 6 a.m.
Yeah, no,
for
it was
an
a
11
long
a.m.
day.
kick, dude. It's
Long
tough to
day.
rally.
It was a long
It's
day.
tough.
Yeah, but Mike, you're saying you should have been there. You know who shouldn't have been there? Blueface at the game yesterday in SoFi.
Yeah, as a Rams fan, how do you feel about that?
Dude, that is wild.
Do you want to explain what happened?
Imagine taking your kid to his first NFL game, and he's so excited he's about to watch Rams Steelers.
Matt Stafford, Cooper Cup.
Just bought his Cup jersey, ready to go. Dad, we're at the ball game. He's got a new hat on, and he sits down and he looks down at the field, and there's 5 fat asses twerking in the field. Is that at every game, Dad? Says little Timmy.
Dad, what's going on? Why is he throwing money?
Can we go get the money?
Kid's just like, what's going on down there? And Blueface is just fucking throwing up bills and shit. And apparently he just proposed to his
Yeah.
now fiance at the game.
Yeah,
That's what all that shit was for.
Yeah, I mean.
Which,
Congrats to Blueface. Congrats, brother.
congrats.
So it looked like he
Blueface.
bought a box, brought strippers to the game, and threw money at them. There's a couple things that I think went under the radar. I think one, you said it in your story. Some of the biggest asses I've seen. Like they were large
Like,
tuckuses.
did they walk into the stadium like fully clothed,
Probably.
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
like they get to the box and they take that shit off and
Yeah.
start twerking?
For sure.
Because I don't know how he got away with that. There's no way.
Oh, he got a call today.
There's
Yeah.
no way that was
He could be banned from NFL games.
planned or like that anyone knew about that.
Mm-mm.
And there's no way he's going back to an NFL game again.
No. And the second was, why is he wearing surgical gloves
Yeah, I didn't. He had rings. He had his
over the gloves?
Yeah, I didn't understand the
Man,
latex.
You
glove.
guys ever been to a strip club?
I mean, I don't know. I don't
You
know.
gotta have multiple pairs of surgery gloves
But
if you don't want to get anything.
that was just a crazy sight to see. Honestly, it was kind of sick, but like at the same time, it was kind of cringe too. I don't know. It's like a family environment. It's a fucking Sunday, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
And we're throwing ass. Like, I don't know, man. I thought it was a bit much.
How did you feel as a Rams fan? Like that's your stadium.
Yeah, I was about to say, you guys already get shit on for not having fans, and then you got Blueface at the game doing that.
Make a strip club out
You know
of
what
it.
it kind of reminds me of? Remember when Kodak Black
Yeah.
was dogging some chick?
Yeah.
at
That was the
game?
funniest shit I've ever seen.
Right. Similar vibe.
But that's different because, like, it's up, you know, and, like, he's away from, like, everybody else.
Who Kodak was?
Yeah.
It was also at a Panthers game. No one's going to midseason hockey games.
Yeah, but the
in
Rams
Florida.
are known for not having a fan base, and like every home game is an away game for them.
True.
Yeah. But it was just, I thought it was a bit much. I know Goodell saw that shit and was like, yeah, that can't be happening.
And then
Because
he
on one
called-
hand, they've got the Golden Child Taylor Swift at Chiefs games.
Yeah.
Cut the camera to an LA game and they're strippers.
What if they gave Blueface the same T Swift treatment that day?
Could
That
you
would've been-
imagine?
That would have been fucking hilarious.
Just showing him on camera. Oh my God, that ass! And Matt Stafford completes an 8-yard pass to Cooper Cup for a touchdown. It's just Blueface, just fucking.
They like lean into it every touchdown. Blueface is throwing more money. There's
would
more
actually be
asses every touchdown.
That'd actually be insane. Oh, dude, I don't know about you guys, but I just had a horrible weekend of betting in general. Went from
No,
PSU ML. I'm sure a lot of people watching the pod, listening to the pod right now can relate. It was a rough weekend for me, just in general. I think we should get into hang 'em up and kind of go over our teams or players or whatever happened this weekend.
Yeah, I was gonna say some might say some people need to hang him up.
I've got a couple of gentlemen who need to hang them up.
I mean, but the epitome of the weekend was basically just being in piss, and I feel like that leads into our perfect segment of hang 'em up because there are some teams, there are some gentlemen that probably need to fucking hang 'em up.
Mm-hmm.
I think just kind of reviewing our other hang 'em ups, I told the Patriots to hang 'em up, and then they beat the Bills, who I think are a new candidate to hang 'em up. So I mean, do you want to start the hang 'em up segment?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna let you keep someone with the Bills if you want.
No,
But
I'm
I've-
not. They weren't gonna be mine.
I've got one that I think we all can agree
Okay.
needs to hang them the fuck up.
Okay.
If I see Cookie Craig Kimbrell come out of the bullpen one more time this
Dude.
postseason, I'm fucking gonna lose my shit, dude. Cookie Craig Kimbrell needs to hang them up. I don't know why he's still pitching in big fucking moments, especially in the postseason. I was at the bar this past weekend. I had a rack to win like $3K on Astros money line, who had just miraculously came back with a 3-run home run in the 9th inning by Altuve. I'm fucking so bricked up at the bar. All I need is Phillies. I've got all the confidence in the world they're going to win this game. They're up 5-2 in the 8th. We bring in Cookie Craig. Shit's over. Phillies lose. It was just, I just saw it coming. As soon as I saw him running out of the fucking bullpen, comes out there, first 3 pitches, nowhere near the strike zone. We're at 3 runs. And I knew this game was going to be over.
Can't have that.
Cannot have that. So I swear, bro, if Cookie Craig comes out of the bullpen one more fucking time, I might have to hang him up.
Should we give them the classic?
Cookie Craig, Kimbrell,
Hang him up.
hang him up, man. For fuck's sake.
You want to go?
Yeah. Similar narrative, but NHL stat keepers, hang them up.
Oh my.
This is unbelievable. It's making me want to not bet on the sport that I love to bet the most. It's making me not want to bet on the sport I love the most, and I honestly hate it so much.
It sucks, dude. I hate it.
It makes me not want to bet shots on goal anymore. I'm seeing my
This
guys.
is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Sorry.
I'm seeing my guy at 4, at 3, and then all of a sudden he's at 1, and it's like I don't want to take to the timeline and bitch because that solves nothing. The only thing you can do is sit there and pray. It just feels like it's out of your hands. And last year it was bad, right? But they started to get better and better, and it just kind of became, okay, they're on their game now. This is the worst it's ever been. This is the worst by far. By far. It's never been to the point where I want to stop betting. So NHL stat keepers,
Hang them up.
Dude, I swear I had pasta SOGs last night, and I think they took away 6 SOGs.
They probably did, dude. I wouldn't be shocked.
But I was content because at least he pushed, right? And he was at 5 the whole game. He should have been at 8. Game ends, they take 1 away. He's at 4.
Disgusting. What?
Yeah.
That's fucking incredible.
Foul.
How can you be that bad at your job? Like, genuinely that bad at the job. If anything, I would almost prefer if they just waited till the end of the game to put the SOGs out. Like, honestly,
Ruins the sweat, though.
But I was thinking about this. Like, it does ruin the sweat, but having the moment where you hit and then having it taken away is almost worse than if they just waited till right after the game to drop how many SOGs everyone had and it just being official.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing worse than when, like we're in the hotel room, you're sweating, and then you hit, and then, like, they take it away, and it's silence. But, like, you just had that fucking high of being like, yeah, so fucking right. Yeah. And then having it taken away, I feel like hurts way more than if they just made you wait.
Yeah, it was Devin Taves. I needed 2 SOGs. He got the second one with 3 minutes left in the third period. Took away the one from earlier on the power play.
I saw your tweet. You were just like, he got stat corrected. Nothing new.
I can't do anything,
Literally
dude.
nothing
I
new.
don't know what you guys want from me. Like, fucking hell. It's so sad, though.
My hang 'em up might be a little controversial, but I sincerely think Caleb Williams needs to hang him up.
Hang them up, Caleb.
I've never seen a player act the way he acts with the amount of hype that's behind them and truly believe that they are the best thing to ever happen in the sport of football. Watching him live in Notre Dame, his attitude is horrific when they're down. He never shows any signs of being even a little bit upset, and I understand, like, you want to have that iron mental, but, like, having fun on the sideline and smiling after you turn the ball over is pretty much unacceptable. Hearing rumors that, you know, his agent is asking for equity in NFL teams that draft him, saying that if it's not the right spot, he's going to go back to college. You've done nothing. He hasn't won anything. I feel like people forget this. He hasn't won anything other than the Heisman, which obviously, you know, we put the Heisman up there. It's one of the best trophies you can win. But he hasn't won a goddamn thing. He hasn't won a national championship. He hasn't been to a college football playoff. He hasn't won a big game, and he acts like he is the best thing to ever happen in the sport of football. And I genuinely believe, because of the attitude he's developed this year, that he's going to be a bust in the NFL. If you asked me last year, I would have told you that Caleb Williams is probably going to be one of the best quarterbacks probably in the last decades, and he's probably going to compete with Pat Mahomes for the rest of their careers. I now think he's going to be nothing but a glorified Baker Mayfield.
Wow.
Where he's going to get taken number 1 overall because he has the hype. He has the best offensive coach in all of college football, but he can't do anything. He can't win a big game. He can't make college football playoff. And those guys that do it at that high level, they find ways to win. Johnny Manziel beat Alabama in Alabama, right? Only thing he won was the Heisman. Wasn't drafted number 1 overall. Acted like he was kind of the guy. I've never seen a player like Caleb Williams act the way he's acting and just expect everything that should come to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I really, truly feel when I watch him play, he doesn't think this season matters because he's going to go number 1 regardless.
the
Exactly,
media.
bro. And I experienced this firsthand. We were in Notre Dame. We were sitting really close to the field, like right next to the USC tunnel that they walk in and out of during halftime. And they're getting bitched the whole first half. And he's walking in the locker room with the biggest smile on his face. And like at first I was like, okay, maybe he goes into demon mode and fucking comes out and lights shit up. And sure enough, that fucking didn't happen.
What was he cheesing about?
I don't know, but I witnessed that, and I just thought it was weird. That was the first time I experienced like Caleb like just acting the way he does when he's down. And I tweeted out during the USC Utah game, I was like, the way that Caleb just fucking smiles after throwing 3 picks or lets a ball slip out of his hand fucking pisses me off. And there's people commenting, coming at me saying, what, the kid can't have fun playing football? I'm like, yeah, you can have fun playing football, but at least act like you fucking give a shit when you turn the ball over. Meanwhile, Michael Penix is losing as a 30-point underdog or favorite to rat shit Arizona State, and there's not a smile on that kid's fucking face because he's locked in.
No.
And he wants to go out there and win for his team. And the same position with Caleb Williams, he's out there smiling and shit, giving the game to Utah.
And by the way, like Michael Penix having fun playing football is when he's battling with Oregon, having fucking 300 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and freestyling on the bench. That's having fun playing football. When you're having a game and you're in a battle, having fun in football isn't selling the game away yourself and smiling. Like, that just shows me that his attitude is I don't give a fuck.
And that
because I know I'm going to be the number 1 overall pick. And guess what? Even if this season doesn't go well and I decide I don't want to be in this year's draft, I'll be the number 1 pick next year. So it doesn't matter either way how I play at this point because everyone knows that I'm the best prospect and everyone's telling me I'm the best prospect.
Yep. And if you can throw 3 interceptions, who's going to bitch at you? Not your teammates, because you have a Heisman Trophy.
Yeah.
Right? You're number 1 overall. No one's gonna tell you you played bad that game, because guess what? You can come out next game and look like the Heisman winner. Right? So he's just smiling. He knows he's laughing it off.
Yeah.
USC has now no hopes of going to the college football
0
playoff. Like, people are going to forget about that. We're just going to brush that under the rug. This team was projected to go to the college football playoff.
To win a natty.
You know what I'm saying? But the defense wasn't good enough, right?
Literally.
The defense wasn't good enough, right?
And it's like you got teams like Washington who probably have probably better defense than USC. But, I mean, either way, like when you have the best prospect in the past decade, like you should be in the college football playoff. You should be winning big games.
Yeah.
You should be beating Utah.
You should be
without
winning-
their starting quarterback, by the way.
You should be beating Utah without their starting quarterback, and you should be winning games at home when you're favored by 7 fucking points. That's the thing. It's like,
Yeah,
I didn't even
seriously.
take the points. I just took the ML because, like,
It's insane, bro.
it's Caleb fucking Williams in a bounce-back game coming off a bye week where they just got bitched by Notre Dame.
He's smiling at it.
And he's out here smiling with his fingernails painted, and I'm, like, down 20 units, bro. It's
Unbelievable.
Like, fuck this.
So Caleb Williams,
Hang him
up,
up, dude, for real.
which kind of leads into our next new segment that we really wanted to try out because I feel like it's almost like a thorn in a rose. And it's Did Their Job, presented by Pickett Sports. By the way, download the Pickett Sports app. It's a sports betting social media app. Allows you to track your action, interact with your friends. We all track our action on there as well, so make sure you go download the Pickett Sports app. But Did Their Job. I feel like we can't always be negative. We told some guys to hang them up. Now it's time to give our flower to some teams or some players that did their job. I'll start it off. The Miami Hurricanes. You did your fucking jobs. I took you as my best bet of the weekend at +3. 45 minutes before the game, the starting quarterback, Tyler Van Dyke, got marked out. The line moved to 6.5. They started a true freshman. They battled Clemson tooth and nail, won in overtime. Miami Hurricanes, you did your job, and that's why I love college sports, that a freshman can step in, the defense steps up, you beat the dog shit out of a Clemson team, you fight them tooth and nail every way, you don't just give up because your best player went down. Miami Hurricanes, you did your jobs. You did your jobs.
Way to do your job.
Way to do your jobs.
I got an honorable mention that I want to shout out, and it's Mac Jones and the Patriots.
Yep.
They simply did their job.
Did their jobs.
They won this game by just not overcomplicating the game of football. They didn't turn the ball over. They moved the ball down the field, and they kept Josh Allen off the field, and they forced turnovers, and they won the fucking game.
To go from hang them up to did their job that quickly is kind of impressive.
Yeah, I did tell the Patriots to hang him up last
Yeah,
night.
I know, but we just got to tip the cap.
Oh, you got it.
Because I've got minus 500 bills in the surgical, and they chalked that shit right out of the gate. And there's nothing you can do but tip your cap and say that the Bills fucking suck.
That's fair.
So they did their job.
Did their job.
Mac Jones went out there, played football, won the game. Shout out the Patriots. That one stung. That one.
I stung, dude. I was like, I bought them down to 6.5 because I was like, I feel like the books are telling me they win by 7. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be smart, Mikey, and I'm gonna tease it down just 1 point. So Bills minus 6.5, and they lost outright.
Yeah. I mean, and it stung even more because, like, there was literally no hope until there was hope because of the quick touchdown by Diggs and then a fumble, and we get the ball back and then score again. Now we're winning.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish none of that happened. It would have hurt way less.
Yeah.
way less.
But my did your job this week is Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. First of
How
all,
about it, bro?
I don't know if you guys remember last week's episode where I gave a surgical sell job on why the Ravens were going to dominate and crush the Lions this week. And then I went on to say that Justin Tucker field goals is my prop, and you guys all shit on me for that.
Yep.
Because you just gave every reason why they're going to bounce back and figure it out in the red zone. Everything that happened, we said was going to happen.
Yep.
Wow.
Justin Tucker only made 1 field goal. They figured out all their shit in the red zone. They converted almost every fucking time.
Mhm.
Mark Andrews had 2 touchdowns.
They went for it on fourth
Which
down.
is huge for the goal.
Yeah, huge.
They went for it on fourth down in field goal range because they proved that they needed to win that game. Like, you literally sold the shit out of
And
it.
then I go and take a cookie prop with Justin Tucker field goals.
Yeah, it's a classic. That's why you full fade the super goats, but the goat whale hits.
But this
Or
is
the-
why,
the
like,
surgical hits.
You have the pod, right? You have us now, Trent, to like lean on when it's like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, stop that.
When you're like, the Ravens are gonna figure out in the red zone, Justin Tucker field.
Yeah, some dude DM me was like, "Bro, you literally had the script in your hand and you fucking chalked it." Like, I listened to the pod, bro, and you said the Ravens were gonna figure it out in the red zone. And you take Justin Tucker field goals?
And
How does that add up?
And by the way, like, it again proves that when you get Lamar Jackson in his bag, he's probably the best quarterback in the NFL behind Pat Mahomes, without even a question.
For sure.
And not to like bring it back, but to relate it to Caleb, blowing out an NFL team and shutting them out, and then having Lamar Jackson being in the press conference being like, I mean, you know, I don't get too high, I don't get too low. I'm happy with the win. But honestly, I'm upset sitting here because I thought we should have scored every drive. We should have brought points away from every single drive. So honestly, stepping away from this game, I'm a little more disappointed than I am happy because we should be scoring every drive we step out there, and we didn't. And I was just sitting there like, dude,
That's locked in.
holy shit.
Locked in.
Like, they might do something.
I know. But again, that narrative of the team that comes into the week incredibly overhyped. Everybody loves them. Stephen A. Smith had the Lions as his best team in the NFL, and multiple other people did too. Yeah, I'm telling you,
Stephen A. Smith said the Lions were the best team in football.
bro. And not just him, bro. There were thousands of NFL analysts.
But Stephen A. Smith,
Yeah.
dude, he's a fucking bozo. If it's not basketball,
He's
like, he
so
should
bad,
actually shut
man.
his mouth.
So just remember that going into this week. I don't know who the hype team's gonna be.
Probably Eagles again.
Probably the Eagles again, and they're probably gonna fucking lose again. But that was just a surgical sell job by me. Lamar put his meat on tape in that game and looked unstoppable. So Ravens, Lamar, you did your job.
Way to do your jobs.
Yeah, my did your job. Going over to Zach Wheeler. I mean, he is the reason this Phillies team wins ball games when we win ball games with him on the bump. Yes, Schwarber's going yard. Yes, Harper's going yard. But none of that shit matters if Zach Wheeler isn't dealing the way he is in those games. And you see it. I mean, Nola isn't as dominant when he comes on. And then without Nola, we literally have nobody else. We have like Taiwan Walker or Sanchez. Like, we're screwed. So shout out Zach Wheeler for doing your job. We really, really, really needed that insane game out of him to go up 3-2. And now we just need to win 1 out of 2 in Citizens Bank Park. Let's get it done tonight. Obviously, I think we have Nola tonight probably pitching.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, not super confident, but Citizens Bank Park, again, like, should be rowdy tonight.
Rowdy.
The only time or the only team that respects home field advantage is playoffs is the fucking Phillies. The
Yeah.
Rangers and Astros have lost every game in their own building.
That's insane.
It's insane.
That's insane. And I was just over here complaining about the 2-3-2 playoff format for MLB because I think that having 3 games in a row is an advantage, and that's what the lower seed gets. So the Astros are the higher seed. They got game 1, game 2 in Houston, and then the Rangers got game 3, 4, and 5 in Globe Life. And I'm over here thinking, dude, I want to be the lower seed. I want 3 games in a row at home.
Yeah,
Why would
but
I
you
not?
steal one. You steal one on the road, you got a chance to close it out at home.
Insane. That's insane.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a stupid rule. Anyway, Zach Wheeler, you're doing your job. I just love this man.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna get a Wheeler jersey before I get a Harper jersey. I was thinking about it because like Harper. I mean,
All right, well that's just crazy. I mean, Bryce
you think
Harper
that's a crazy take?
I have a Bryce Harper jersey.
Do you?
Yeah,
Aren't you like? Wait, who's your baseball team?
I don't have one.
Whoa, not having a baseball team is insane.
Is-
You just gotta have one if you're a sports fan.
No, I've never like watched. I was a Mets fan growing up, but I just don't love the sport, so I can't bring myself to watch it. But I have like multiple jerseys, and the only Phillies jersey I have is Bryce Harper. I mean, that's like an iconic jersey.
I feel like you could really get on like the Orioles, like with how young they are and how exciting they are. I feel like they're a Mikey team,
That is a Mikey team.
I almost jumped on the Rays. Thank God I didn't.
dude.
Fuck that team.
But Zach Wheeler, way to do your job,
Way to
man.
fucking be, kid.
Which kind of like leads me into our next segment, pulse check. I feel like I'd love a pulse check on the Phillies. I'd love a pulse check on, I don't know what team you'd want to give me a pulse check on. Maybe the betting.
Yeah.
But I'm going to start it because I wore everything for a reason today. I'm in Jets green because the Jets are the best team in the AFC East, and I don't even think it's a question at this point now.
It's close.
We've had the hardest schedule. We've played the hardest teams. We've beat the Eagles and the Bills. The Bills have now lost to the Patriots, and the Dolphins just got the shit beat out of them by the Eagles. The Eagles have beat the Patriots. By the transitive property,
Yeah,
we're the best team and the strongest team in the AFC East.
That's a horrible take.
But I genuinely believe, not even away from the transitive property, we are the strongest team. I think we are the least fraudulent team in the AFC East. I think the Patriots are the Patriots. They own the Jets. We'll probably lose to them again this year.
Yeah.
But they're not the best team in the AFC East for obvious reasons because they can't win ball games. They lost to the Raiders and then got shut out the next game.
I'll tell you what. If you guys can beat the Bills on the road in Buffalo, I'll shut the fuck up for an entire episode and let you glaze the Jets.
But my point being, the Bills and Dolphins are extremely fraudulent. And I said it before that game that the Dolphins don't have a defense, and when they play legit defense,
They never win.
they're gonna get clapped.
Yeah.
So fair.
And they played the Eagles defense, who, by the way, isn't that great, but they're definitely really strong up front, still missing pieces in the back. And the Dolphins couldn't move the ball, really. You saw 3 and outs for the first time in a long time. Obviously, Tyreek Hill is always going to have a great game, but they're not putting up the points that they're putting up because they're not playing the Panthers every week. Like,
Or
the
the
minute that team played a
Broncos.
good defense, you kind of see Mike McDaniel turn into not this voodoo offensive child anymore.
Yeah.
And that's why I genuinely think, top to bottom, the Jets are the best team in the AFC East. I think we have the best defense in the AFC East, and I think our offense just has to do its job, which is why I think we're the strongest.
Real quick, I want to hear from both of you. Give me like, it's confusing me because as an NFL fan, I feel like defense usually is king. And I'm always like, oh, this defense is good. This defense is good. This year, I'm like, there's like 4 or 5 defenses max where I'm like, I'm afraid of that defense if I'm going to go play them this week. It's like the Browns. You don't want to play Myles Garrett.
Jets,
Browns.
Niners, Browns. Those
Jets,
are the only
Niners,
defenses I'd be
Browns,
scared of.
and Steelers.
Not even the Steelers.
You're not even scared of the
I put
Steelers?
the Steelers in there, bro.
I think
got
it
it.
goes by the week, though, because sometimes that defense looks cookie.
There should be a list of 10 teams where you're like, okay, I'm scared to play the Chargers defense this week, or I'm scared to play the Broncos. You know what I mean? Like, there's usually teams where
I'd say it's Jets, Eagles, Browns, Niners, Cowboys are the 5 defenses that are worth a damn. Anybody else is mid.
And it's crazy. The only one that we thought was a good offense was the Niners. And you took Christian McCaffrey away, and you're realizing that all these teams with great defenses
have
really
offense.
mid offenses,
Well, Eagles.
other than the Jets,
No, what
if
are
Aaron
the
Rodgers
Eagles?
was healthy.
Oh, I was about to say. What
We
about
would
the
have been
Eagles?
the most complete team this year. Jalen Hurts does not look good, dude. Again, even in a great win, right? In a great win.
look
I'm not.
great.
I don't hate Justin. I don't hate Jalen Hurts. I actually got a lot of hateful DMs after I called the Eagles fake good. I still think they're fake good in terms of I don't think they're a Super Bowl contender this year. I think they're a really good team. They're competitive, but I don't think they're a Super Bowl contender. And I think it's because, and I think this happens to quarterbacks. I think Jalen Hurts has gotten figured out a little bit.
Just
a little
stop.
bit.
Just stop.
Just
Stop.
He's throwing he throws
he's a
horrible
winner.
picks and turns the ball
Just
over.
stop. This
He's a
team's 6-1. I
winner.
think the fake good needs to stop. They just beat the Dolphins.
But again, I think the Dolphins were also on my list of fake good.
then who's real good this year?
The
If those-
Niners, And
You just said they were bad
probably
without
just the
McCaffrey.
Niners.
You can't only have one good team. Then the other 31 teams suck.
No, they don't.
What do you?
suck.
What do you mean?
No, they
though?
don't suck. But I'm saying there's always like a clear like in college football it's Georgia and then everyone else. I think in the NFL it's the 49ers and then everyone else.
No.
I truly think that.
No.
Obviously there's tiers, but when you talk about really good NFL teams top to bottom, it's the 49ers,
Eagles,
then
too.
probably a couple spaces,
gotta
and then
put-
teams like the Jets and the Eagles.
You got to put the Eagles in there.
As
bro.
long as Mahomes is taking snaps.
Oh, the Chiefs.
You
the
got to
Chiefs.
put the
Yeah,
Chiefs
the
in there.
The Chiefs.
The Eagles are
I forget about the Chiefs though, because they just quietly just
They're
do their
so
jobs.
good, bro.
Yeah. The Eagles are, I would say, the most complete team in the NFL from top to bottom on both sides of the ball. More than the Niners. More than the Niners.
More than the
More
Niners.
than the
is
fucking Niners,
crazy,
dude. Yes.
Dude, if Jalen Hurts was the quarterback of the 49ers, would they be a better team? Would they be a better football team?
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, then what's the conversation?
Yeah, but you could say the same thing like if Aaron Rodgers was the quarterback of the 49ers, would they be better?
No,
If
because
Josh
we're
Allen
not
was the
talking about the
quarterback
Jets
of-
and Aaron Rodgers. We're talking about the Eagles and Jalen Hurts, and you're saying them being fake good. And you're saying that the Niners are better than them. Well, you put Jalen Hurts in the 49ers uniform, start him at
But
quarterback
that's
instead of
because
Brock
the 49ers
Purdy.
quarterback is already so mid. It's fucking Brock Purdy. I think he's doing a great job in the
You
system.
can't have a mid quarterback in the Georgia Bulldogs and the best team in the
That's
NFL.
actually
by
exactly
That's
what
kinda
they
it
have.
is. Yeah, Beck. I mean,
That's
it's very
exactly
good.
what Georgia
God
is.
damn it, dude.
Like most good teams in the NFL don't have a Patrick Mahomes or a like Josh Allen. You know what I mean? Like those guys don't grow on trees. Like a lot of teams have really good rosters without a great quarterback. I think that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
I feel like there's no to counter your point. I feel like there's no top team in the NFL by far where I'm just like, okay, yeah, it's the Niners this year, and then everybody else just competing for second place. I feel like we don't have that this year in the
No.
NFL, and I love that. I love that. I think we're gonna have a really fun playoffs in the NFL this year for the first time in a long time. There's no team that we look up and we're like, yeah, it's just everybody versus the Chiefs this year, huh? It's like, no, I don't think we have that this year. There's like Joe Burrow's quiet, like we have guys starting to fall off.
The Bengals are
You know what I mean? So
Bomb.
like, this was supposed to be the Bengals year, but I'm excited for this NFL playoffs because there is no number one in my opinion.
No, see, that was like a good debate though. Like I think
You took the L, but yeah, it was a good.
no,
debate.
I don't think I took the L at all. Like I have my opinions on the Eagles, and I think we'll see as the year goes on.
Yeah, that's true.
He also played a defense that's still missing Jalen Ramsey and its other's best cornerback in the Dolphins. So, I mean, like he should have looked good. Still threw a pick, still turned the ball over. But yeah, I mean, I think like you're totally right. I would say though, I think everyone's scared of the Niners, regardless of the week. I think you're scared of the
Yeah,
49ers.
you
I
don't
think the
want-
Cowboys were
Yeah.
scared of the 49ers. I think every team is scared of playing the 49ers.
Dak Prescott.
There's like 6 or 7 teams that if they play the Dolphins, I'm taking them money line every time.
Give
And
me
it's the
him.
top teams because the Dolphins are fake good.
Fake good.
My point.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Who are you taking right now if you see them playing the Dolphins?
The Chiefs,
Okay.
the 49ers,
Yeah.
the Eagles,
Okay.
The boys.
the Cowboys at home. If they're at home. If they're at home. I mean, I would take the Cowboys away too.
The
Fuck.
Cowboys would probably be like plus 3.5, plus 4 at home against the Dolphins. I would say.
Bills still beat the Dolphins, so you have to say the Bills.
No, the Cowboys would. Yeah, the Cowboys would probably be favored.
Yeah, the Cowboys
At
for
home.
sure would be favored.
Yeah, it's short line. So 49ers, Eagles, Cowboys, Chiefs, and I would take the Ravens right now. So those 5 teams, I'm taking money line over the Dolphins, without debate, without question. I'm clicking the fucking money line button. Home or away?
Pulse check. Are the Ravens back?
Yeah,
Back.
they're back.
I'm
This-
scared of
this-
the Ravens now.
This is their week back. They just lost to the Steelers.
They
but
should be 6-7-0.
What?
They should be, bro, without the fucking
Yeah.
collapses at the end of the game from some of the questionable play calls and the dumb decisions by Lamar and that bozo Steelers game that literally sucked the soul out of me.
Everyone dropped every ball they could have dropped in
Yeah.
that game.
No, they could easily be 7-0. I forget the other game they lost, but
Well, we're also forgetting that
They're back.
like he has no weapons still.
Yeah.
Name one guy on that offense. That
Zay
you
Flowers?
think- dude, rookie.
Yeah,
He's
but he's
grubbing,
looked
though.
really
Yeah,
good.
but my point exactly though. The fact that a rookie's your best player and he
I
has
mean,
to
yeah,
grub
oh,
for you to win games is crazy.
OBJ should actually hang him up. We want to go back to the fucking OBJ needs to stop playing football with all
Dude,
due
like-
respect, bro.
Hang
Mark
him.
Andrews is good.
Hang him up.
Yeah, Mark Andrews is the GOAT. 2 touchdowns for your GOAT whale this weekend. But seriously, you guys remember when OBJ did like the tour where he like went to like team to team to try and get like recruited?
Cal, he was courtside at a Mavericks game.
Dude. And then
We
he
were
comes
there.
out and now he's getting 2 receptions. like,
Yeah.
dude. Two
I
receptions.
tried to put his touchdowns.
Like, we'll play the game later in the episode. We'll play the game later in the episode. He's gonna give us OBJ. He's like 2 receptions, 20 yards. It's like,
Yeah.
Odell Beckham Jr.
When I took Mark Andrews in the goat whale, everyone's like, but they got OBJ.
I was one of them.
You tried to put OBJ in the goat whale, and I said
did.
no. We're putting golf in.
I'm not gonna hide from it. I did do that. I was like, OBJ touchdowns could be cheddar. Was not.
Zero.
Doesn't even lace him up.
0.
Doesn't even lace him up.
That
I
was
mean,
that
he's just-
less than might have been the freest less than of the entire year. But quick pulse check. Penn State fans, I'm with you fellas. Had a bit of a conversation, some good conversations about Drew Aller. He's still our guy. I do believe in Drew still. Again, that was a huge test for both teams this week, Ohio State and Penn State. We were at the game. I do get worried that the play calling is going to hold Drew back. We ran the ball on 3rd and 5 on the Ohio State 19 when we were when we were down 3. So we were settling for a field goal. We didn't want to get sacked and make it a long field goal. But at that point, we're in Ohio State. We're down 3 points in the first quarter. You throw the fucking ball on 3rd and 5 with Drew Aller on the Ohio State 19. You throw the ball there. And if James Franklin's going to continue this scared little play calling that he does, running quarterback draws on 4th and 2 to lose us to Ohio State 3-4 years ago, I'll never forgive him for that. And I know it was our offensive coordinator's fault too. But I mean, at this point, as a Penn State fan, you start to think, is James Franklin ever going to clutch up for us? And are we ever going to see Penn State beat one of these Michigans, one of these Ohio States?
Really
Because it just
those
feels
two.
like every year I'm fucking literally about to get to tears because I want this team to be so good. I want to see Penn State in the college football playoff more than I want anything else. I mean, the Sabres winning the Stanley Cup is up there. The Raiders winning the Super Bowl would be fucking a dream, wet dream. Cummies in my pants. But Penn State I don't even need Penn State to win the college football playoff. I just want to be there. I just want to be, hey, Mom, can we get tickets to go see Penn State in the college football playoff? That's all I want. And James Franklin, you're holding us back, man. You're holding us back.
Dude, bad.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's a fucking great feeling when your team gets there.
I bet, bro. I fucking bet. TCU went before Penn State.
I'll tell you what,
TCU went before Penn State.
You have a better chance in Providence to make it.
To what? March Madness Final
To
Four?
College football playoff.
Fuck you. I was hyped for you. I was like, oh, it made a Final Four. Fuck you. Fuck you. Dude, but going to that game, putting my fucking heart on the line for this team. I'm the only blue person in a sea of red. And we're just running the ball on 3rd and 5, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, we flew at 5 a.m. to be here, James. 5 a.m. we were on flights. Fucking layover in Midway. Chicago.
I think if you're a Penn State fan, I think you have to be sitting there going, we're going to be winning the Big Ten the next 3 years with Drew Aller. But that was his first time playing away from home in a really big game against the best teams in the Big Ten. He was always going to struggle.
Play calling's not helping. I want to see Drew throw 3 interceptions before I want to run the ball on 3rd and 5.
But you don't want to kill the kid. He's still a freshman. So I think a lot of the play calling after halftime was, I don't think they thought Drew could throw the ball. And I don't think Drew thought he could throw the ball.
But this isn't how you figure out if Drew's our guy, by running the ball. I know he's a true freshman. I know it's his first test on the road. But if you're a Penn State fan, you want to see him throw the ball in these moments because we don't know if Drew's our guy yet. All right, we want to believe that he is because he's our first 5-star we've had in however long. We've been watching Trace McSorley and Sean Clifford not clutch up in these moments where they've gotten the correct play calling to throw the ball, and that's probably why they ran Trace to that 4th and 2 QB draw. But we need to know if Drew's our guy right now when he's a true freshman because, yes, he will grow and become a better quarterback. But we're not putting him in positions to succeed even as a true freshman. And that hurts a guy's mental. You see Drew crying in the post-game conference? Yeah, because I'm not going to lie, I don't even think you gave him the opportunity to win that football game.
Yeah, that's true.
So it just hurts as a Penn State fan. Season's over. No, it is over.
No, I don't think it's over though.
I think it's over.
If Michigan beats Ohio State and you beat Michigan,
Yeah.
then you're back.
You win. You are currently have possession of any tiebreaker.
But we
So-
have no say in our own future. We need, if Ohio State beats Michigan, our season's over.
Yeah.
Which isn't going to happen because Ohio State's a bad football team. I think you guys just got caught out with a really young quarterback having to play in a really hostile environment.
We'll see.
But I understand.
Not to bring up more piss, but how about that over in the Chiefs game?
Dude, can you?
Dude.
It was at, so
Vegas is rigged.
I had the over 47.5 in one lay with the Raiders, which hit because the game finished with 48. And then I had a different lay that I placed late night because my lay was in piss earlier. So a new parlay with the over moved up 1 point from 47.5 to 48.5. I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm not going to buy a fucking point. Like, it won't matter. Like, it's 1 point. Never matters. Like, it's 48.
And it's Chiefs fucking Chargers.
And it's Chiefs Chargers. This total should have been at 55.5. It's halftime. There's 41 points scored. I checked the live total. I'm like, maybe I should hedge. The live total 67.5. They thought there was about to be 70 points scored in this football game. And I was like, you know what? I usually would hedge here, but it's just there's 30 points there. Like, what am I going to live bet the under 48.5 at plus 5,000? No. Let me just see one touchdown go through. If the Chargers scored one touchdown in the second half, which they didn't.
Or a field goal.
Yeah, or a field goal. Anything would have been cool. There was just turnover after turnover. There was 0 points scored in the second half of that football game until 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
And fucking Brittany Mahomes and Taylor Swift are doing handshakes. In the box. They're doing handshakes.
You know they had the under for sure.
Whose idea was the handshake? No way Taylor Swift was like, hey, babe, Brittany, babe, I'm thinking if they score, maybe we do a little, like,
you know what's crazy?
Fucking way.
You know what's crazy? That shit doesn't even bother me. You know what bothers me? Jackson Mahomes could have stood anywhere.
Yeah,
in
why
that
is he
box.
hawking Taylor
He
Swift?
could have stood anywhere. He's behind Taylor Swift looking like Slender Man.
It's like, brother, you're in a case right now. You know?
Yeah,
Maybe don't show up to the fucking ball game.
Yeah, you know, and guess what, Mahomes, Jackson? I almost said Patrick. Jackson, you're the problem, Jackson, not Patrick. Guess what, Jackson? You could have stood anywhere in that. You've been watching the broadcast for probably the last 2 weeks where they showed T Swift after every touchdown. Dude's like, I'm getting on TV today. Jackson's like, I'm fucking getting on TV today.
Yeah, for sure.
I've had enough.
He's such a
stood
little fuck.
right behind T Swift. Like, dude, come on, man. You're not the star.
No, I genuinely believe sometimes the NFL is rigged.
You know,
Genuinely.
T Swift 100% had that under
You think she's betting unders at a Chiefs game?
for sure.
Oh, my God.
She labbed that shit. She was like, listen,
Labbed
Brittany.
it.
Listen, Brittany.
Well, she didn't drain Travis. He had like 140 yards and a touchdown. So she didn't do her job if she had the under.
way too much testosterone.
He went off, bro. He went off. Pulse check on my fantasy team. I'm undefeated.
Holy shit. How do we allow this to happen?
7-0.
And I've never seen you care so much because we were in like fantasy leagues last year, Mikey. I
My
don't think
team
you were
sucked
in any
last
with
year.
us. But Trent didn't give a fuck. Like there was like punishment fantasy weeks where like after if you lost that fantasy week, like you'd have to be punished. And he lost it like 3 times. He's like, I guess I'm getting naked today and taking pictures with a baseball bat. I'm like, dude, pay attention. You could have fucking just benched the guy who's on the IR.
Yeah.
Like you had him starting.
Yeah.
And this year, like we have our creator league with like Lisa and like Chetty, Coach Chippy, like some pretty cool people. And Trent's like, I'm fucking 7-0. I'm like, Trent, bro, there's not that much on the line. There's like a couple $100 buy. He's like, no, dude, like I'm undefeated and I'm going undefeated. So like, what's the story? Like, why do you care so much this year?
I've just never had anything like this go my way so well. I'm just embracing it all, soaking it all in, and trying to go for the perfect season.
Dude, if you do a perfect season,
He's not. He's going to meet the Horny Bunch in week 8.
I gotta have to run through the horny bunch.
oh, you're running a train on
Yeah.
the horny.
But you know what,
bunch.
though? The Horny Bunch is getting a gut check just when we
Who's your
needed a
best
gut
player?
check.
Who's your best player? I want to hear both your best players.
My best player?
Yeah, your best
That's
player.
the thing about the Horny Bunch. We don't
Oh
rely on
my
one
God.
guy.
Fucking-
The horny bunch is gonna drop one to Lisa Ann.
No, but here's the thing.
You lost to Lisa Ann this week.
Okay, but she had Tyreek Hill and I was up
And AJ
80
Brown.
points, and she had Tyreek Hill and AJ Brown. They both. had
You
30
literally were bragging to me all weekend at Ohio State. I'm running a train. Like I'm fucking bending Lisa over. I was like, oh my
I
God,
never
let's go.
said I was running a trainer
So,
bending.
so if KJ Osborne,
That's crazy.
KJ Osborne and Moody need to have shit nights tonight.
But you know what though? Honestly, gut check for the Horny Bunch. I'm okay with losing this game.
Yeah, okay, about it.
Some guys in the locker room need to feel the pressure. One of them, Cole Kmet. He had 0 points this
Where
week.
was Cole Kmet this weekend? Did he show up to the game?
Yeah, Cole Kmet just disappeared. It seemed like.
He Bijan.
I mean, there were no,
Yeah,
there was nothing for
that's-
him. We
that's
ran
it.
the ball way too much, and Mercedes Lewis was on the field a ton, just blocking.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a huge matchup in 2 weeks.
Big match.
I got to get through Wee Hoopin first.
Oh, he's kind of tough. I
He's got a
beat
good
Wee
team.
Hoopin,
He
but
got a
he's
good
tough.
team.
But I do want to bring this up just a little bit because I know Lauren's not here, but I definitely want her to talk about her experience at the Falcons Bucks game. But so Lauren like got to dab up Bijan before the game, and
Pretty
we'll
cool
let
video.
yeah, dope video, dope thing, and we'll let her break that down when she comes back. But I was trying to just support Lauren.
We
you
all
know?
were.
Yeah, and I quote tweeted Lauren's video and just said Bijan. This just happened. Bijan's about to drop 142
Yeah,
yards,
he's so lost.
2 touchdowns, and a receiving touchdown. And that tweet did not go over well.
Which,
with
by
a
the
lot
way,
of
for people like bitching, like she's a massive Texas fan, had his Texas jersey on. He's like one of the star childs of Texas. Like that was just a cool meeting of Texas super fan and
Yeah.
one of Texas's like golden children.
Yeah.
Of being like, oh fuck, like he knew who she was, and it was like just a really cool moment. And I think people just took it like,
Well, it was one thing for him to just go fucking ghost mode the whole game, but the fact that I said he was gonna have a fucking insane game, I had people in my DMs telling me you're not welcome at the stadium anymore. I wasn't even fucking at the game, bro. And like, I mean, every fantasy Bijan owner was just an absolute rat shit, looking to blame somebody.
No, so this is what happens when you don't know what's going on in the world, right? Bijan Robinson, for whatever reason, isn't getting snaps. You don't know why he's not getting snaps. You go on your Twitter, you type in Bijan Robinson. And the first video to pop up was probably Lauren dapping him up. And as an angry fantasy owner, you're trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. You don't know what's going on. You're probably commenting like, something mean, which is fucking horrible.
horrible.
Because the internet's a stupid place. And like people, if you're salty that Bijan had 0 points this week, get over it.
Like grow up.
Get,
dude.
if your team's fucking 0-7, good. Good. You don't deserve the win. But I'm sure you can fucking withstand one loss. Bijan, I guess, was sick. It was
Yeah, in the defense of like people bitching, at least give the people a heads up.
Yeah, the Falcons really dropped the ball on, and even if you're like a Pam Oliver like sideline reporter, you got to figure that out. There's got to be some sort of chatter like, oh, I don't know if Bijan's gonna get on as many snaps today. Like I'm hearing some rumors that he fucking has food poisoning. You know what I mean? Something weird. But it's just so interesting how that didn't it didn't leave the circle of the Falcons at all.
Yeah, and he said he was feeling the headache the night before. So like, I don't know. It was a weird, very unfortunate situation.
Super unfortunate
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, and Lauren was one of those people that's in piss because Bijan didn't do well in fantasy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was about to say,
I'm about to
literally,
get my second win of the year on her.
Yeah.
Lauren
Go crazy.
literally
Go
is,
crazy.
if anything, has every right to be even the most upset because she had him on his fantasy team. Like, if you
She
guys
also
are
went there to watch
Yeah,
him
she
play.
traveled all the way there.
Yeah.
to
To watch
Bijan
him.
play. He didn't play, and she has him on his fantasy team, and he's her favorite player. Like,
so,
Yeah, that
People
was
need
just
to
like
grow up.
and like yeah, people just like commenting like mean shit. Like,
so
dude,
no, there's
and
just no.
grow the fuck up.
Yeah, grow
Staying
up.
on that game, it was just never.
It's probably Ohio State fans.
Yeah, bro, they probably waited.
I rolled out of bed. On Sunday. Go to Twitter, and I see Mr. Beast in a Bucks uniform, and I thought that was every reason I needed to nuke the Bucks money line.
Why did they have him in the pants, socks, and cleats?
Yeah, what's good with he's a full kit wanker.
Yeah, why did
It's a
they
full
put
kit
him in the
wanker.
full kit? He looked like a fucking idiot.
That's what they call a full kit wanker.
Yeah, literally.
And so my thing is like, oh, Mr. Beast Mega Max has kind of been my thing the past couple of
Yeah,
weeks.
it's been funny.
And then you got Mr. Beast on the field, dude. That was just certified nuke. And it was
And
never.
the Falcons, guess what? 0-5 on the road with Desmond Ridder at starting quarterback.
And Mr. Beast is on the field.
But full uniform.
Yeah, why was he wearing cleats? Well, see, I commented on Trent's tweet. I was like, he looks like prime Tom. Like, he looks like.
That's what Tom Brady looked like in the Goat Whale last year.
But like, I hope he did like some sort. I hope he did some sort of content bit in the full
I
uniform.
doubt it.
Because
bro.
if he just pulled up and they were like, "Yo, we'd love for you to come to a game," and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna come to this game," and they got him like the jersey, and he was like, "Actually, like, I
Yeah.
would love like a full uniform to like feel like he's a part of it." Like that just shows you how untapped
I was
Mr.
about to
Beast
say-
is outside of the YouTube world.
he literally is probably only knows Eats Breeds YouTube content and it's like, oh, we're going to a football game. It's like, can we go to Dick's Sporting Goods real quick on the way? Just grabs like a $40 pair of
Put
cleats.
the whole jersey on.
It's like, what do you do? What does he do?
You don't have to be in the uniform to be at the game. To be on the field, I don't know if Mr. Beast knew you didn't have to be in full garb.
I was bamboozled thinking that Mr. Beast on the field was gonna win me my money.
Yeah. But
Also, real quick, I just want to say, fuck Hitman. Hitman's in piss.
And intern Austin,
and our interns in fucking piss. Our whole thing was we got an intern at Book It Sports, and we're not going to pay him. The way he's going to get paid is by fading Trent's plays. And he came on. He said he's up 3 racks so far by fading Trent.
Yeah.
And then Trent had a decent weekend. He's kind of been quiet.
Big
Yeah.
Bama guy, though, I think he was just lit because they beat Tennessee.
Yeah.
He had a lot of money.
But that
on
was an unprovoked content idea, by the way, for him.
Yeah. No,
He was just like, no, I actually need to make money, so I'm going to fade Trent.
I respect that.
And I was like, you should for sure do that. That would be really funny.
Yeah, but
fuck
Hitman's
Hot-
putting like 5 racks on it. Like those clips are gonna play on Twitter because Twitter eats that shit alive.
Yeah.
Can
so-
I just ask you, though, because I've been wondering from the outside looking in, it makes me mad. I think you've had to deal with it way longer. It does make me mad when I take a team and the fan base is like, dude, fuck you. 'Cause it's like, okay, man. And then when it hits, they're silent.
Yeah.
Does it make you genuinely upset that he's putting that much money just because you took a side? Not because he did any labbing, but just because you picked one side, he took the other. Like, does it like a little bit when you see the tweets like, dude, fuck, man? Or are you like good spirits about it? I'd be like a little bit pissed every time.
It's a mix of both. I definitely, like I said, I had to tip the cap because I've never seen someone actually throw that many units taking the opposite, let alone just posting a screenshot of the bet slip. I got dudes in my mentions and my DMs, I made so much coin fading your ass, blah, 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 you're a bozo, fuck off. But I've
Prove
never
it.
seen an actual slip,
Yeah.
and it's just all talk. So for Hitman to come out and actually put his balls on the line and throw the units down and actually show the slip and be consistent with it, I respect it for sure.
You're also rooting for Hitman Piss at the end of the day. Like,
Yeah.
you want him to lose,
Yeah.
right? So like,
Facts.
it makes your bets a lot more meaningful than the coin you already have on them. On top of that, you want somebody else to lose.
I am rooting against it, man. I'm for the gang.
Yeah, I'm for the gang as well, but I also want Austin Matthews to make coin. So.
Yeah, I do kind of want to also to like have some
Dude,
cheddar.
but it's funny because like when we were at these college campuses and shit, I'll just have people come up to me and be like, yo, we got to put Hitman and Piss tonight, man.
Let's go. Fuck yeah.
That's mad funny.
That's sick.
So yeah, fuck Hitman. It's always fuck Hitman. And fuck Austin Matthews intern.
All right, before we go to the fun fact, I do kind of want to give Josh like a second to pulse check the Bears. I feel like I need Josh to just be more involved because I feel like there are some people out there that might align with Josh, and I just would love Josh to give me like a Bears pulse check.
If anybody aligns with me and is a Bears fan, I'm sorry. Number one, I'm sorry. The Bears do have QB controversy now, I think. I think Tyson Bagent going out there and like actually doing his job shows that it's not just coaching, that maybe Justin Fields just can't process information fast enough.
Josh is a big process information guy
Well,
with Brady
that's what you
Cook.
need.
With
Like, dude, we
Justin
need a
Fields.
gamer. We need a guy that just gets the ball out of his hands of like the good players that we have. Like Justin Fields tries to make everything his highlight, if that makes
Whoa.
sense.
That sounded crazy true.
Like he needs for him to be good, he needs to make the play.
Like the 50
For
yard
Tyson
rush.
Bagent to be good, he gets the ball in DJ Moore's hands 2 yards on the field, and DJ does what he does. Do you know what I mean?
Foreman did have a sick week.
Deontay Foreman did help
Sick
Tyson
week.
Bagent out a little bit. I
Yeah,
mean, he played
Foreman
out of his
played
mind.
Out of his mind.
He's a
bro.
guy. He was our third string running back. Like he wasn't even on the roster until like last game.
You know what I feel like? I feel like the Bears are that single girl that just doesn't know what she wants. And every time one prospect shows her like a little bit of something, she's immediately on board with them.
Yeah, it just the backup quarterback in Chicago is the most popular player in Chicago. That's how it is. It's how it's always been. my
It's
entire
actually
life.
so true.
Because you're just like, we have hope in this guy behind. Because the guy on the field isn't doing the job.
Dude,
We need the guy off the field. Maybe he's got something.
Josh, I need you to be better. And you know why? I need you to text me next time Bagent's going to have 70 friends and family at the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He was saying that he almost played for free because he paid for 52 tickets or something. Like
52?
Yeah, he paid for 52 tickets. So
Yeah.
like he literally his game check is like probably nothing.
I'm going to need you to tell me that next time I nuke Raiders -2.5, brother.
Yeah, that was a shit
You should
bet.
never be doing that regardless.
Fuck you.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to
Fuck
give us the
yeah.
fun fact, Josh?
Yeah, all right.
And then we'll go to the game.
Yeah, fun fact is that all Major League Baseball umpires are required to wear black underwear in case their pants split. Is that not
Wow.
absurd?
Wow.
That's actually smart.
Wait, what? What do you
So
mean
like
that's smart?
what
Dude,
had
'cause
to
you're
have happened for
Yeah.
them to mandate that?
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, was someone drawerless?
Wait, tell me why that's smart.
Because an umpire, you're squatting the whole game, right?
I guess only if you're the home plate umpire.
Yeah. Or, I mean, you never know in the field, bro. You got to, like, juke and jive and get out of the way, right? And there's umpires that fall all the time. That
But
have
why
to-
would it matter what color underwear they're wearing?
Because it rips, bro. It's going to show. and you don't want to have to fucking pause the game for the umpire to change his pants.
Just get a bigger pair of pants, dude. This shouldn't be this shouldn't be a rule. This is a stupid rule.
I get it.
Honey, have you washed my my black?
Honey, where are my black undies?
It's game day.
Where's my super suit?
It had stains on him, sweetie.
How can you see them? They're black.
I don't know
Could you
why.
Could you imagine an MLB umpire rips his pants? He's got skid marks running down there.
I was about to say, in my head immediately, I thought before you finish the sentence, oh, just in case they shit themselves.
I mean, yeah, because
Wait, what?
I don't know why I thought that.
it's not. I don't think it's that. I mean, it could.
I
be.
get. I
Have you
actually
ever split
do.
your pants?
Have I ever what?
Split your pants?
Yeah,
I've never split my pants.
I was at a wedding, and I was obviously wearing a suit, and it was that time of the night where we were fucking dancing on the dance
You
floor,
dropped
and
it low.
I dropped it low and knew right away. I was like, oh no.
See, but here's my point. You were at a wedding wearing probably like khakis. The umpires should be sponsored by Lululemon by now, where they're having unrippable pants. Like you should have a pair of Lululemon.
Yeah, why don't they just wear athletic pants?
That's what I'm saying. Like it shouldn't be like, oh, my khakis are gonna rip if I squat too many times, babe. That's why I wear the black underwear. It's like, what? Well, dude, that's so.
I was
stupid.
like umpires just shouldn't even
How
have
did you
jobs.
find that fact?
Just did some digging. I don't know.
Pure hard work. That's just hard work.
Josh.
man.
I just looked up my search bars. What color underwear do MLB umpires
Yeah,
wear?
delete your searches. Right? The FBI knows.
I do think umpires just shouldn't even exist. Like at this point with technology, like especially in baseball, if the ball's in that little square, it should be
You're a
strike or
robot
ball.
ump guy. You like robot umps?
Yeah. All right, but I think it's time we hop into the game here. There were some weird games, so I'm sure there were some weirder stats. Josh is going to throw a stat from a player at us from this past weekend. We have to try to guess the player. Everyone gets 2 players. I'll start it off.
All right, let's do it. Mikey, your player had 7 receptions, 98 yards, and a touchdown.
I'm not going to lie to everyone. I was on FaceTime with Trent. I only watched the Ravens game. Everything else, I'm not even going to lie to you guys, other than Sunday Night Football, I was score checking.
Yeah, the games weren't great.
So I did not watch Red Zone, so I don't really know who scored because no one on my fantasy team scored. That was a wide receiver. I'm going to go Kendrick Bourne.
That is incorrect.
Can
Anyone else have a guess?
Yeah,
Jacoby Myers.
Nope.
Christian Kirk.
Nope. Darren Waller.
Oh,
You were close, though. Jacoby Myers did have a very similar
I
stat
think
line.
he might have had that exact.
He had
one.
7 receptions and a touchdown. I don't know how many
Dude.
yards. I don't think he had 98 yards. I think he had like 50 yards. But
Wow,
I'm
you were
not-
almost
I'm gonna
in your bag.
I'm calling cap here on Joshy, man. He had.
I think he only had like 50 yards.
Wow, you're right. 50 yards.
750 and a touchdown.
Yeah.
All right. To Trent.
Yep.
This player went 25 for 30, 272, and 2 touchdowns.
25 for 30.
how many yards?
272 and 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns. Wasn't in the Bills-Pats game. Any picks?
No.
No picks.
No picks.
I think I know who it is.
2 touchdowns. Any rushing?
No rushing.
No.
Yeah, I
rushing.
know who it is. Let's fucking go. I got it.
No,
I actually have
no,
it.
you don't.
I actually have it.
2 touchdowns, 270, a pick.
No
Is it-
No
picks.
picks.
Or
no
no
picks.
pick.
2 touchdowns.
Oh, I might know
Is
who
it
it
your
is.
boy on the Bears?
It is not.
All right,
You go.
Gino.
No, Trent had it.
No, I think.
It's not in the Bills' pass.
No, I was about to say. I think it was Mac Jones.
It was Mac Jones.
Wow.
But he literally didn't miss a beat.
I thought he had 1 touchdown. I forgot they fucking marched. God damn it.
That touchdown at the end.
Wow.
All right, for Chelly.
Mm-hmm.
This player went 17 for 32, 128, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Was it Brian Hoyer?
You got it.
Wow.
What an insult stat.
Yeah, I had to give that to you.
Fuck Brian Hoyer.
That was against the Bears. Also, I need to throw that in there. That was
sharp.
against the Bears.
Way to get him,
That
Josh.
was like one of the only games I watched.
All right, to Mike.
Yep.
This player had 4 receptions for 59 yards and no touchdowns.
Dude, this could be anyone in the NFL.
I'll give you, yeah, it could be anybody. This person led their team in receiving yards with 59.
Mm.
Immediately, I want to go to a Cardinals player because I feel like only the Cardinals would have someone that played this shitty.
Wait, one more time, stats. Sorry.
4 receptions, 59 yards, no touchdowns.
4 reception for
7
50. This is a tough one. I could be anybody.
Literally anyone.
But I think it's gonna be a good player who had a bad week
It's
based
got to
off.
be a leading receiver of a team.
Marquise Brown.
That is incorrect.
Yeah, I think he got a little bit too cute there.
It was Elijah Moore. Your guy.
It was in my entry.
Yeah, you literally made a video about him
Dog.
catching that 4th pass, dog.
That's bad, bro. You gotta get that one.
I didn't know how many yards he had. I was just looking at how many catches.
Receptions. Yeah, but you should have instantly thought 4 receptions.
I know, dude. Fuck.
Trent. This player had 26 carries and 105 yards, no touchdowns.
26. Oh my god, I should know this.
It's for Trent.
I know, but I saw a player who had 26 carries, and I was like, damn, he got fed this week. Oh my god, fuck.
26
let me think,
carries, bro.
I don't think this is him, but I have a name that
I
I
don't
would
think
like
it's
to
Jonathan
say.
Taylor.
No, it wasn't. Dude, hold on. I actually would need to think.
Dude, what running backs went the fuck off?
No, he
What-
didn't even go off. Like, he just got fed.
Oh.
Oh,
Fuck you, dude.
I actually think I do have it.
I think I might have.
Swift.
That is
No.
incorrect.
Saquon?
Nope.
Is it
Fuck, dude, who had 20?
Etienne?
Oh, no.
It is
No,
not.
I know who it is. Kenneth Walker.
That is correct.
Wow.
I knew it.
Wow.
Yeah. I had to tap in for that
Right.
one.
Shelly has a chance to win it all.
Rat
does.
fucked.
He does. All right, Chelly, you ready?
Yeah.
This player had 10 receptions, 137 yards, and a touchdown.
Was it Tyreek?
No.
That is incorrect.
AJ Brown. Bang.
Got it.
Wow.
You want to know why I knew that? Because he was in my combo square, and I was like, 137 yards. And I needed 142
That's
combined.
crazy. AJ Brown ate like that last night. I did not watch that game.
Yeah, it was free.
But I did guess somebody in that game.
Should we do a final one?
We can do a final
Just
one,
ring the buzzer.
Wait, did I not win?
I think I
Shelly
might have just
won,
tied it
but-
up.
but we'll.
I have 2.
You too?
One,
Yeah.
one more for the kids.
Oh, well, yeah, Chelly won. Let's go. Congrats.
Finally a game
let's go.
that I've
Yeah,
won.
let's go.
Never won one before.
This one might take some thinking.
Okay.
But
This player had 6 receptions, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
6 receptions, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
It's gonna take some thinking.
Oh.
Just have that in the back of your mind.
What the fuck is going to take some thinking?
Rushing yards?
Not receiving.
6 receptions, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
If he said take some thinking, that makes me think a tight end.
I don't think it is.
Not a tight end.
It is not a tight end.
Is it a running back?
It is a receiver.
Why is it going to take some thinking?
Because it might not have happened on Sunday.
Oh, Thursday.
Calvin Ridley.
No, Calvin Ridley.
Kirk.
Yep.
That was Kirk's stat line, huh?
Yeah.
You got to add in the fumble.
What's up?
He also
Yeah, he
fumbled.
did fumble.
Yeah, they got that like way down.
Calvin Ridley has been moose shit for the last since week 1. He hasn't
Moosing.
done anything.
Yeah.
So if you ever hear a dog shit stat for a leading wide receiver, just Calvin Ridley. Guess what? He was my bust of the year, and that'll do it.
Thank you guys for tuning in. That's been another episode of We'll Be Seeing. Make sure you check us out wherever you get podcasts. That's Apple Podcasts, that's Spotify, and that is our YouTube. We will see you here on Wednesday. Lauren will be back. We're going to get the whole Bijan scoop. But until then,
We'll be.
Drink some Sprig.
smile more.